One of the first exhibits you'll see as you come in is this fully rigged model of the SS Savannah. She was an American hybrid sailing ship side wheel steamer built in 1818. She was the first steamship to cross the Atlantic Ocean, transiting mainly under sail power. It took them 28 days to cross the ocean. She was never a commercial success due to the enormous amount of cargo space her engines took up, but she proved the technology was capable and reliable. We stopped at the gift shop to get our tickets and then headed on into the museum. The museum is expertly laid out with a definite timeline in mind as you make your way through it. We started with Indian artifacts and worked our way through finding displays with pieces of the Confederacy and the Old West. There were even a few surprises along the way. Who knew that Eli Whitney did not invent the cotton gin? Well, here's the story. There is a great display of the Central of Georgia Railroad, which was active from 1843 all the way up to 1972. The locomotive has been restored. It's in pretty good condition. Forrest Gump himself even made a trip to glorious Savannah. Savannah and its port played an important role in the Civil War for the South. As hard as they tried, the Union never gained control over the whole area. There are hundreds of pieces of history on display, from artillery to rifles to uniforms and everyday items for you to enjoy. Juliet Gordon Low, fondly known as Daisy, was the founder of the Girl Scouts of America. You can enjoy a tour of her home in Savannah with us on one of our previous videos. This is one of her dresses. For my automotive buff friends, this is a Crestmobile. It was manufactured in Massachusetts in 1904. The company only made it 1 year. The museum had a great display honoring the history of jazz and other music in the Savannah area. It's all the way in the back of the museum, so don't miss it. There is a wonderful collection of uniforms from the various countries that participated in the Civil War. There are maps to explore and stories to read. The day we were there, a gentleman was offering an in-depth story about the most successful attempt on Savannah by the Union. His 30-minute lecture included a tour outside of the actual battlefield, which is located next to the museum. He's a volunteer and just accepts tips for his information. The highlight of his show was the firing of 3 shots from his black powder musket rifle.
The enemy that we are about to fire. Open hand. Handle the cartridge. War is a mind game, and with it, the eccentricities and the flourishes are to show the foe when we're about to start fighting, and have them second guess where they're standing, and perhaps even break ranks. When we've handled the cartridge, we take it to our mouth, bite under the paper tail, and spit it out. We then take it down to the pan and prime pan. We pour some powder into the pan and shut the pan. This seals our gunpowder in place, and the musket is brought to our side. Charge with cartridge. We pour down the powder. The ball is here in the top, and then I press the paper down on top of the ball as a wad. This accounts for the difference between my 69 caliber bullet and my 75 caliber bullet and my 75 caliber chamber. It allows me a bit more accuracy so that I might hit a man at about 100, even 120 yards. Draw, rammer. I take out my ramrod and ram the cartridge. Ram the cartridge all the way down. Ensure that it's seated so that my powder burns evenly, and then take my ramrod down to the rear, down, out, and to the pipe. At the command of return, rammers, I cast the musket up to my side, and at shoulder, fire lock. Bring the musket to my side, and I'm ready. From here, the command is given of make ready. Present. And with that, at the command of fire, the flint shall strike the steel, and with it, ignite the pan. Fire! Once fired, we step back forth, go to the half cock, and with it, 2 more shots. As you can see, it is quite a long process, even when handling as quick as one may muster. Make ready. Present. Fire. Make ready. Present. Fire. Shoulder firelock. Right face. Rest firelock. Order firelock. Fast bands. Rest. With that, you can see why the use of a musket such as this was simply not an option during battle. Had we stopped and traded volleys through the complicated process of loading the musket, we could have quite easily been struck by the British defenses. They have a firing step within the redoubt, which you are more than welcome to explore. But the men were laden inside there 3-man deep. The first rank might fire and then head to the rear as the second rank steps forth. Continuing the process, it would allow the British to fire 2-3 shots in a time that we might muster but 1.
We had an awesome couple hours at the Savannah Visitor Center. If you're ever in town, don't miss it.